the ship's sails had already been raised. They watched sadly as the ship sailed off into the mist, leaving them bobbing up and down on the ocean. For hours the pigs drifted along, not knowing where they were going or what they would do.
"I'm hungry,"
said Rollo, as his tummy gave a loud rumble.
"And I'm hot,"
complained Tia. Their dinghy drifted on through the mist. Ahead, in the distance, Suri could just about make out a rocky island. As they bobbed closer and closer, Suri allowed herself to hope that they might beach on its shores. When the boat reached waters shallow enough to stand in, Suri jumped out of the dinghy and used her snout to push the boat to shore. "Hop out," she said. Rollo and Tia clambered out of the dinghy and on to the craggy island. Everywhere they looked, there was grey slate and looming rocks.
"Hello?"
called Suri.
"Is anybody out there?"
Only the birds and the wind answered Suri's calls.
"Will someone bring us lunch soon?"
asked Tia. The three pigs walked up the beach away from the sea. The rocks were sharp under their trotters, and clambering over the jags and spikes was tricky.
"My trotters hurt,"
wailed Rollo.
"And it's too steep,"
complained Tia. Suri stopped in the shadow of a tall rock. Her brother and sister looked tired and sulky. She gazed to the peak of the rocks. She could just about make out 2 or 3 pale green plants poking their way through the mist.
"Look,"
she said.
"Why don't you two rest here in the shade? It looks like there's some sort of plant growing right at the top of these rocks. If there are plants, then there must be water," she explained. "Let me go and investigate while you have a rest."
Before Suri could even say goodbye, Tia and Rollo were lying flat out in the shade. Suri scrambled over the loose rocks, desperately hunting for footholds. She was sure she could hear the sound of 2 pigs gently snoring. After a very long hike and a very hairy descent, Suri finally returned to her brother and sister with some good news and some bad news.
"The good news is that we can eat these leaves,"
said Suri, as she dropped a pile at Tia's feet.
"And the bad news?"
asked Tia, through a mouthful of mushed-up leaves. Suri coughed nervously.
"The bad news," she mumbled, "is that there's nothing else here. Just these rocks, a trickle of fresh water, and those plants." "It's okay," said Rollo, also chewing a mouthful of food. "We can just walk around to the other side of the island."
Suri shook her head.
"I already have," she said. "It's only a small island." "Did you find a farmhouse? Or a ship's chef?" cried Tia, thinking back to the happier moments of her life. "No. No bakery? No greengrocers? No. No mud baths? No wallowing holes?" "No," said Suri. "This is it. Everything you can see is all that is on the island." "And we're stuck here," cried Rollo, looking towards the vast blue ocean, still shrouded in mist. "Forever!"
That night, the pigs slept the most restless of sleeps. Sharp rocks dug into their backs, and the wild winds of the ocean whipped around their heads. When the 3 little pigs woke up, they were tired, grumpy, and hungry.
"Don't make me eat those leaves again," grumbled Tia. "They taste of nothing."
The pigs' only saving grace was that the mist had finally cleared. They could finally see their surrounds.